Today on Suncoast View, Sarasota schools are sharing info to try and solve the problem of kids who don't show up to school. We'll discuss.
We'll meet Hamilton, the cute pot-bellied pig who is the subject of a legal battle in a Venice neighborhood.
And Beneva Fruitful joins us on stage today, and we'll join her for a New Year's celebration sing-along. All that and more right now on Suncoast View. Welcome to the show, and welcome back to Linda Larson. Great to have you with us.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for celebrating a holiday week with us.
I know. I love it.
Lots of different things going on this weekend. It isn't a celebration or a holiday without Beneva Fruitful.
Yeah.
I know, right?
You are the party.
Hello.
All dressed up for the New Year's.
I am.
I
this
like your
is
bling.
this old frock.
Just this old frock you threw
This
on.
old frock that I've just had around for ages.
Well, you two match very well.
We
You
do,
look
don't we?
very
Planned it this
festive.
way.
Well, Beth, we're going to have to
that.
up our game down here. We're looking a little
ready.
low-key.
Right? I feel so underdressed.
Oh.
Nothing low-key about Beneva. Well, we're glad you're here.
Thank
We're going to
you.
have a lot of fun today. And also, we're missing one of our friends, of course, Linda Carson, with us yesterday, but not today, because she still has a house full of kids. So Linda's grandchildren actually joined us on the show yesterday, which we had a lot of fun talking to Ariana. They're the oldest, is very put together, very composed, and very much the TV girl. And then that is her youngest grandchild, Lila, and then also Leo and David. So all four kids with Linda for the week. She says she is exhausted, but we were glad she stopped by with the kids yesterday, and I believe she is back with us to celebrate the end of 2017 tomorrow. So hopefully she's enjoying the day with the kids.
Yeah.
So, a lot of fun. All right, well, we have a friend in the kitchen today, of course. Chef Bob back with us from Gold Rush Barbecue. Happy holidays.
Thank you. Same to you.
What are we making today?
Well, we're really excited to be here today because we're going to do a lucky pork skillet dinner. And it even includes a little black-eyed pea and collard green, and we'll save the last ingredient as a surprise.
Okay, and that has a lot of ingredients that a lot of people traditionally incorporate into their New Year's meals. So
For good luck.
For good luck,
Yeah.
right. Did you grow up with that theory? We always
Totally.
had pork on New Year's.
Well, we had black-eyed peas for sure, because
sure.
that's a very southern good luck thing
Right.
for the New Year's. Collard greens we always had. And we learned that that's deep in our family, the collard greens.
You gotta have that.
I love me some collard greens. It's a hot sauce. Hot sauce.
You're gonna get it.
All right, and honestly, up north, and I think this is more of a German thing, we grew up with the pork roast, sauerkraut.
Oh, okay.
Sauerkraut, I believe, has to do with luck and prosperity. Mashed potatoes, and then apples have something to do with it too. A sweetness. You need
Okay.
something sweet.
So
for the
that's a
New Year.
German thing?
I think so. I think that's where
cool.
that's rooted.
That sounds very
but
German.
it's also a northern thing too. I know that because I did not even know what a black-eyed pea or a collard green was
Really?
until I met my husband. So
Lord.
I'm serious. Our first New Year's together, in fact, we were just talking about it with my in-laws, and we went to his mom's house. We were just dating, and I did not know what
like,
to make
"What
of
is
it.
this?"
Well, and I was a little nervous, right? If you've never seen a black-eyed pea or eaten a collard green, I was like, oh, alrighty then.
Lord,
So,
I remember my fingers being numb just picking those peas. And
I
shelling
cannot
them. Shelling them
picture
for
someone
hours.
as beautiful as you shelling peas.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, I've heard people do that. I read that on the interwebs. I Googled it.
Very fun. All right, well, we enjoy sharing our New Year's traditions with everyone. It is time for our first hot topic, and Sarasota Schools is trying a new high-tech solution for an old problem: kids who are chronically absent from school. Sarasota is going to publish an attendance dashboard, which allows staff and parents to see how many kids are showing up at school every day. It allows everyone to track which schools are having absentee issues, which students have a chronic problem. Did you know that missing up to 2 days of school a month actually adds up to 10% of the year, and that causes declines in test scores? What do you think about this?
Wow.
Do you like the tracking?
I think so, because sometimes once you see it in black and white, it's easier to assess. You can even, it's easy to say, oh, that person's always gone. But when you see it, okay, it's 10 days or it's this amount of days, it makes it more real.
And 2 days a month doesn't sound like very much. You know, if you miss 2 days this month and 2 days that month, but if you think about it, there's a progression in learning. So if
Absolutely.
you're not there, you lose the progression.
Well, in my other life, I teach, and we only have a certain amount of hours per week in which we can do what we need to do. And if they miss those 2 hours, then they literally miss that rehearsal, and we don't have the time to go back and reteach it. So when we go to perform it, for instance, then they either have to learn it from their friends or they have to pick it up. But here's my thing, and no blame goes with the child. It's always about the parent, honestly, because the child can't drive.
That's
They
true.
can't get themselves to school. It's the parent.
Totally agree.
I agree.
I mean,
Because the kids are going to try to miss because they're children.
Right.
You know, I mean, certainly as they get older, they can come up with
Absolutely.
800 million reasons why going to school doesn't sound like a fun idea
Right.
today. But
Right,
it is
right,
up to
right.
the parent.
It is up to the
parent.
To
parent.
say
Absolutely.
no, you're going.
You're fine. You know,
Absolutely.
obviously illness occurs.
Deal
but
with it.
Other than that, you know, book the appointments outside of school.
Right.
You know, don't take family trips in the middle of the school year.
Right.
You know, things like that.
That's
So-
a good point, that the parents have such a big role in the kids getting there. And by the same token, I think so many parents really struggle with having help with their kids, and maybe it's a single mom and she's trying to work 2 jobs, and I just think it's a tough situation all around. But this tracking system at least lets them know where they are, so
I
they
agree.
can
Right.
see it and go, wait, we have to fix the problem.
Right. Yeah, and great for the administrators, because
Yeah,
obviously they want their
absolutely.
schools to
that's a good move.
succeed. All right, well, does Super Mario make you crazy? Do you struggle to put down the Pac-Man? Well, if so, you are not alone. You may have a legit mental illness, a video gaming disorder.
Oh, dear.
It sounds crazy, but for the first time, the World Health Organization is classifying it as a mental health condition. The main thing to look out for, video gaming taking precedence over other interests in life. Anybody know somebody that's a gameaholic?
I think everyone that is in either college or high school, especially guys.
Yeah?
Yeah, because all they do is sit there and play these video games.
Well, is this
Really?
any different, though, than the addiction we have toward technology in general? I mean, I know people.
I tend
would
to
s-
agree with that.
the phone thing. I mean, have you ever gone off and left your phone at home, and then
Yes.
you feel like, oh, wait.
But is it because of
It's
gaming?
part- no,
I mean,
it's
to me,
part of
that's
it.
communication. Like,
No,
I
but-
don't game anything, but I
Yeah.
can't cope without my phone.
But they include the use of your cell phone or electronics part of
As
this.
part of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think there's so much gaming that can be done on
Oh,
here.
absolutely.
That, you know, I find myself when I pull up to a stoplight,
You're
I
looking
reach
for
over
it.
for my
Exactly.
phone.
I know, and
the
it's a bad
first thing
habit.
you do, yeah.
It's a bad habit. But Beth, didn't you do some phone gaming for a while?
No.
No, you've never done games?
I refuse to download apps to my phone.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, that's a good
Really?
way to do.
Yeah,
But
I
Eva, do you
refuse.
game at all?
Oh, I do.
You do?
I do. It's
Somewhat
awful.
addictively?
Wheel of Fortune.
He's
Wheel of
addicted
Fortune.
to Wheel of Fortune.
I play it every night before I go to bed, and there's something about spelling words that helps
relaxes
relax
you.
my
Oh,
mind.
really?
Words with
Honestly.
friends is mine.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
I love
Yeah.
words with
Concept.
friends.
Well, I
Yeah.
guess it's still gaming.
It's
Yeah.
still gaming.
You guys may be addicted.
I know.
So the search engine Google released what we wanted to know about this year, and I don't think the results are going to surprise too many, but something all of us probably contributed to the top search, Hurricane Irma. It was the
Yes.
most popular 2017 search globally. Now, sex scandals and harassment allegations got popular in the past couple of months, and Matt Lauer, the former Today Show host, second for Google's top U.S. searches
Oh, wow.
for the year. Harvey Weinstein and Kevin Spacey came in the top 5 as well. This one surprised me a little bit. Tom Petty, the rock icon who died earlier this year, the third most popular search of the year. And then last summer's solar eclipse also drew interest among searchers.
I'm surprised about this, especially the Matt Lauer. That just happened. So you mean to tell me he topped like all
Everything
of-
else.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's for 2017.
That's the whole year.
So that's like the whole like election and all of that. Like
2017. So election was 16.
Okay, sorry.
So that was
But
Math
quite
is
a
hard.
good thing.
still.
People
Math is
still were
hard.
talking about it, you know, they were talking about
And
this.
if you think about it, not one political
That's the
right.
question.
That's
there.
my point. Yeah. Or like the inauguration. I
Sex
should
is
say.
way more interesting than
I-
politics.
clearly.
I mean, come on.
Clearly.
Just saying.
Wow.
But yeah, no, very interesting. And I definitely looked up both Irma and Matt Lauer. I did not search Tom Petty, I don't think, but I looked up both of
I
them,
didn't even
so.
know Tom Petty died.
Oh, well, see, that's why you're here. We teach you something
I
every day.
know.
Well, you do
Yeah.
need to catch up.
I do.
All right, so who do you call if you need to get to the hospital? Do you take an ambulance? Well, that's typically what we've done until now. But now we're hearing the answer is becoming Uber. A University of Kansas researcher found that patients who are too sick to drive but don't think their issue is life-threatening are skipping calling the ambulance and instead requesting Uber. Data shows per capita that ambulance volume has dropped at least 7% 50% in cities where Uber is available. The reason? Cost.
I could have told you this. I literally have a running joke that I tell all my friends, if something happens to me, do not call the ambulance.
Because of the
Because
cost?
of the cost of it. Like, I will figure out a way to get to the hospital.
Is this fair to the Uber driver? If I'm an Uber driver and you roll sick into my Uber, I do not
Probably
think I am
not.
happy. I am not happy at all. I did not sign up for that.
No one is asking that kind of question.
I am.
I mean,
What kind of sickness are we talking about? If I'm just going to kind of fall
if you're
over
having
and-
a baby.
Well, the hell.
Heart
Well.
attacks, babies, barfing. I don't want any of it in my
Oh, Lord.
Uber, right?
Well, there are fees if you barf. You get to, you know, you have to clean their car.
How do you know
Oh,
that?
Lord.
I didn't do it. I just know.
I actually did not know that.
Yeah.
You get fined if you barf in an Uber?
Wait, where's that written down? Where's the fine print? I want to see
sure
that.
it
It's a
is
cleaning
somewhere.
fee.
I just
you
did
get
my
a bad
first
and you get a
bump
bad
down.
rating as a rider.
But what if you judge incorrectly? I mean, you know, the point of the story was if you don't think it's life-threatening, people are calling Uber. But what if it is life-threatening? I mean, what if you have chest pain and don't think it's a big deal, and then you have a massive heart attack in the back of an Uber? I mean, A, you may not survive, and B, again, the poor Uber driver.
I know,
It's going to be
right?
traumatized.
I'd
He's
be
gonna
traumatized.
Hopefully-
Traumatized and possibly culpable. I mean, like,
I can't. There's no way he could
Yeah,
be
because
culpable.
I mean,
especially if he
but-
doesn't know.
Well,
I hope
but
not.
if he goes to pick you up and you're crawling up to his car,
Right.
you're
Right.
going to-
I don't know. Very interesting.
Now,
But
the
that's
Uber
right, it's
driver
money.
could deny you entrance. They can say, no, I
True.
don't want to take you.
That's true.
Call the ambulance.
Right. No,
And-
it brings up an interesting point.
Wow.
Because you're right about the cost. I mean,
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah,
lot cheaper to
it's
Uber.
crazy.
I mean, minimum is 500 plus whatever services they provide. Yeah, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. All right, I think of Linda Larson when I hear this story because she's all about expressing emotion and being a healthier emotive person. Did you know that there are rooms specifically designed for you to express emotion, especially negative emotion? Maybe if you're not having a holly jolly holiday. For $24, you can bash away your holiday hostility on the symbols of the season in a Rudolph rage room. So you grab a bat, you start creating holiday havoc for 3 minutes. There's also a bar. This concept of a rage room is actually popping up all over the world, not just with a holiday theme, also office themes, because apparently we want to bash our coworkers, and kitchen themes, because nothing is more frustrating occasionally than cooking. So is this healthy expression, Linda?
I just came from a great seminar in Seattle where the psychologist in charge of the whole thing said that these kinds of expressions of anger that are real big like this
Right.
are actually do not show that you then walk away going, wow, I'm better now. It actually can fuel your anger sometimes even a little bit more.
Make more anger,
Yeah, because
yeah.
then you're like, yeah, I'm ticked off and you know,
And now
anybody's-
I have a reason
Yeah,
to.
Right.
exactly. So I don't know that I don't know. I haven't seen the research. I'd
Right.
like to see the research. Show me the data.
Could feel good.
I think I kind of agree with her. I don't know if it will feel good because I feel like, you know, we have to learn how to control our emotions.
Right.
So I think this gives us an excuse to not control it. And then, you know, if you're going to lash out in one area, what makes you say you're not going to in another?
Right. Yeah, good point. And we're always teaching the children to control their anger
Yeah.
and use their words.
By the same token, we all know that when we repress
Suppress.
emotions
Right.
for too long, they're going to come out somewhere
Right.
at a kind of an inappropriate time. We
So at
probably
least that's,
all
Did
done
you-
that.
Right.
that's a safe
Did you
way.
guys hear about the guy that punched the ATM machine and got charged
did
Oh,
see
Lord.
that.
because it gave him too much money?
Which I don't
Seriously?
understand. And if you get too much money, I
Yeah.
don't know why you're
You're like,
having
thank
anything,
you.
but-
So,
Did you say there was a bar?
oh, yeah,
At the
I was
rage
gonna say,
room.
you
Yes.
can go there and
So
go
you
to the rage
get
room and get it out.
wasted and then you go hit things.
You know?
That can't be healthy.
Yet common, yet oh so common. All right, well, we've seen a lot of holiday videos this week, especially from celebrities, but this one might take the cute award. This is Sean P. Diddy Combs. He brought his daughters outside and told them he was about to make their dreams come true. He reached into the box and lifted out the newest member of their family.
She was so excited.
Look at the pure
Aw.
joy on that child's face. Nothing beats getting.
She's gonna cry.
And then oh, that is so cool. That is so very cool.
Open mouth cry.
Oh, I'm crying.
I know. Very, very
so
sweet.
cute.
So it's
Oh, that's
good
so
to see everybody with a happy holiday. All right, we're going to check in with our happy hour forecast. And when we come back, is one of your New Year's resolutions to get your life in order? We've got help for you. Stay with us.
Thanks, Stephanie. I can hardly wait. We've got some help for you on the weekend if you like cooler weather, and it is coming our way after an extended period of above normal temperatures. But that's coming to an end, And you can see the cloudiness over Florida to the south of Sarasota down toward Naples. That milkiness, we'll go back one more time. That was some low cloudiness and fog that developed overnight, and we could see some more of that in the morning, but otherwise we'll have very cloudy skies. And some rain up in the northern part of the state will stay there, and I don't think we're going to have a chance of rain in our area really until New Year's Eve after midnight. Here's a future radar showing overnight tonight. We'll have some patches of fog forming inland, otherwise fairly cloudy skies with a north wind, a cooling north wind. And if you're going out on the town tonight, your temperatures cooling from the mid-70s this afternoon into the 60s this evening. But then we're going to be more in the 50s as we move into the weekend. And what about that forecast coming up for New Year's Eve at midnight? I'll tell you all about it coming up on ABC 7 News at 5.
A new year can mean a new start in our home life. Maybe you're making a New Year's resolution to clear out some of your clutter. In today's Good News with Goodwill, Veronica Brandon Miller is here with Charlotte Stewart, a professional organizer, to help us get started. Welcome. This is a great topic for the new year because a lot of us want to tackle our chaos at home. The hardest part seems, where do we begin? So Charlotte, how do you look at it and think, okay, I've got this?
The best place to begin is some room in your house or in your office that bothers you the most. Whatever's really bugging you, that you deal with day to day complaining about, think about what bothers you the most. In your home, it could be a bedroom, a kitchen, a closet. In your office, it could be your desk, your pile of papers stacked up on the chair, your bulging file cabinet. But wherever you start small, because starting small will allow you to accomplish something without being overwhelmed.
Okay. Good advice. Okay, so let's say, for instance, I'm starting in a closet. You suggest dividing things into two categories. What are those two categories? The things that we want to keep, maybe?
Well, the way that I would suggest doing it is to sort one item at a time. So say you're unhappy with all the shoes all over your closet.
Okay.
Sort them, bring them all out, sort them by kinds, all your flip-flops, your flats, your heels, your boots. It works for men too, so you can sort shoes. And then you'll see how much you have, which will tell you what you can get rid of and what you should keep and what you should donate.
Right, so the keep, eliminate, and donate. I kind of forgot about the eliminate. We were going keep and donate. Thank you. Yeah, exactly. All going to you, Veronica. So obviously donate is where Goodwill comes in.
Yes.
But you were able to go to Goodwill, and I hadn't even thought of this, and at Goodwill find some things that help us with the keep pile in terms of organization. So Veronica brought some things in that you found at Goodwill?
At Goodwill. And you know, when you're looking at organizing, it's funny, we were talking about the closet. I stress out over my jewelry because my drawer, I take it off, you just throw it everywhere.
Right, me too.
For this,
I think we're going to start though at this end.
Oh,
though.
this end?
Yeah, we want to start down at this end.
No matter what you're thinking about, we're talking 49 cents. 49 cents. And this was great. All three for less than $2. Well, yeah, I can't do math too.
So anyway, so that's a really good deal. So you're, and you know, if you go to a regular store, that box may be $4. So you're saving a lot of money when you really add it up.
So Charlotte, what would I put in those? Like if I'm using my closet, help me think out of the box.
Okay, well, first of all, you don't want to buy any containers until you've gone through the sorting process and you see what you have to put in containers.
Okay.
A lot of people buy the containers first and then they try to fit the items in, which is backwards. So do all your sorting, then go to Goodwill, find all these beautiful containers that will fit each category of things that you've sorted out. So if you have jewelry, yes, this is a great idea for your jewelry. You could also put jewelry in one of these, but in smaller containers as well.
And this is actually a silverware tray, isn't it? That
it is a
That's
silverware
a great idea.
So just repurposing
You can use this anywhere. You can use it in the garage, you can use it in the closet, you can use it anywhere that you need to sort something.
Okay, that's a good advice. And then you've just got other types of bins. And again, it's amazing to me that you were able to find all these right at Goodwill, because again, Bill Best's right. If I look at this and think I'm going to have to spend $40 to organize my closet, that discourages me from wanting to do it.
Yeah, well, think about what you donate to Goodwill. And I think everybody at the beginning of the year buys this and by the end of the year says, oh, do you know what, I didn't use it, let me donate it. And then they're going to watch this show and go, oh, why did I donate it?
Right, I should have kept it. So you can find things like this that people have donated. But in terms of the piles of the keep and the donate, is this a big time of year for donations? or you would need after the holidays?
Oh, well, it's a great time because as you're taking down the Christmas decorations, that's when you're like, you know, why do I have all this stuff? And that's why this is the busiest time of year for her. So for her to come on the show, I was very grateful because everybody's thinking about cleaning up right now.
And you are running a little bit of a contest on Facebook to encourage this. Tell us about it.
Yes, so for those people who are going through a transition, you could have gotten divorced this year, empty nester, whatever the situation is, write in, go to our Facebook, Goodwill, Minnesota, find out the information, just tell us your story, and we will pick one person. Charlotte will come out for an hour and give a consultation, and we'll give you a gift card to go to Goodwill and find these wonderful things.
Nothing more valuable than a professional organizer helping you at home. So to find more about that Goodwill contest and all of the Goodwill programs, you can of course go to their website, experiencegoodwill.org. Coming up next, how to keep all those New Year's resolutions we're going to make.
A promise was made, a promise that hit the beaches of Normandy, a vow that captured Iwo Jima, a contract that weathered Tet, a pledge that stormed the desert in Iraq, an IOU that braved IEDs in Kandahar. A promise was made to America's veterans. DAV fights to keep that promise, so all veterans and their families get the benefits and support they earned. For help, visit DAV.org.
Fact: the top 3 Marriott hotels in North and South America are on the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, according to a recent survey of 363 Marriott hotels. The Marriott at Grand National, the Marriott Shoals Hotel, and the Grand Hotel. And 2 of the top 3 Renaissance hotels are also on the trail: Ross Bridge in Birmingham and the Battle House in Mobile. Southern hospitality still rules. For reservations or information, visit rtjgolf.com/resorts.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
Welcome back. We're all making resolutions this time of year. Now, choosing resolutions is easy. Sticking to them, that's the tough part. So guest host Linda Larson motivates people for a living, and today she has some tips on helping us succeed in the new year. And you mentioned something that you call a success system.
Yes, I do, because what I learned was that 92% of all of our resolutions fail.
Yeah.
80% of them are gone by February.
Oh.
So we need a system to help us. And there's a couple of things you can do depending upon what your goal is.
Okay.
For me, working out is a tough one. Get an accountability partner. Get somebody who works out with you. My friend KT and I work out. If she doesn't go, I don't go. If I don't go, she doesn't go. So we feel responsible for each other. Also, multitask if you can when you're doing something. That's the thing, we think we don't have enough time. You want to go for a walk every day? Put on Audible. Listen to a book. You'll find yourself walking like 10 miles because you don't want to put the book down.
Right.
Okay.
Another one is, oh, I love this. Take a short course, a fun course on the thing it is that you want to do. Like there's a thing called Master Class.
Yes.
And I'm taking a Steve Martin course on how to write funnier material. So whatever it is you want to do in the master class, there's somebody in there teaching it. And then there are some apps. I love apps because you can hold up your phone at any second, pop it on, and it'll help you with what you're trying to do. My favorite one for my weight is my Fitness Pal. I love that one. 5 million foods in the system. So you just plug in anything, it'll instantly tell you the calorie.
So you're tracking your food, and does it also track your activity?
I don't know if this one does or not. I don't think it does for me, because that's not how I'm using it. But I love to see my calorie intake, and it motivates me to either, back off or,
work out.
Yeah, back off would be the only thing that motivates me.
You're like, I ate 10,000 calories.
That was it. One of my other favorite ones is 10% Happier. Dan Harris, the anchor for the Good Morning America on the weekend, I love him. He developed this. It's off the book he wrote, and it's really a meditation app to help you just do little short meditations, learn a little bit more about meditation. It's easy to use, and it's really very helpful. So that one is good for stress reduction if that's your resolution, to be less stressed. Okay, money. That's a big resolution for a lot of people. It's an app called Unsplurge. And yeah, this is really cool. You set yourself a goal in here. You post it. You get help from the community of people showing you different ways that you could save money toward that, how you can advance your ability to get that goal. And so you're in a community of people that are helping you. Yeah, and it's kind of an accountability system too, because there's a lot of people in there watching you and cheering you on.
So like if you say you're going to save like $10 a month or something, and you don't, they get to see and say, hey, what's going on?
Well, basically what you're doing is you're saying, this is what I want to do. I want a trip to Italy. It's going to cost me $10,000, and I plan on saving X number of dollars a week to get that goal. And then people are jumping in and helping you and cheering you on.
That's cool.
You're charting your progress. And the last one, and we all want to have better relationships. That's frequently a resolution, to improve your relationships. I love Gottman Card Decks. Gottman Card Decks. It's based on the work of Dr. John Gottman, who is the relationship expert that he's written over 40 books on relationships. He's the man who can tell within about 30 minutes with a 95% accuracy rate whether a couple will be married in 5 years or not. Just by watching them.
So what do these decks do? I'm looking at suggestions.
Okay, they're very fun. It's a card deck, and you dole them out and you draw cards, and it helps you get to know your partner better. You ask questions, you answer the question how you think your partner's going to answer it, and then they really answer it.
So it encourages connection.
Absolutely, it's brilliant. It's brilliant.
Right. Those are all some very good ideas. We love tools. You can find more things like this to motivate you to keep your resolutions on Linda's website, lindalarson.com. Coming up next, we will meet a local pet pig who's getting pretty famous.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
Florida Studio Theater has extended the 8-time Tony Award winner Once. Captivating and breathtaking, Once is an unforgettable story about going for your dreams and the power of music to connect us all. Critics are calling Once engaging and heartwarming, outstanding, and a flawless production. Audiences are calling it phenomenal and better than Broadway. Once is now playing through January 14th. Tickets can be purchased by calling 941-366-9000 or by visiting floridastudiotheater.org.
Here we go. We're going to go out there to race. You're going to get wet. All right, here we go. Go, okay, quick. Oh yeah, yes. So much fun. Mwah. So wet.
Thanks to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, what was once impossible is happening today for thousands of patients with blood cancer.
I live.
I live. I live. I live. I live. She lives.
Because of the research done by the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society in the battle against blood cancer.
If you had a chance to support the research that is saving lives, what would you do?
I love taking care of my mom. It wasn't easy at first. She learned how to better communicate her needs.
And you learned how to not ignore yours.
I discovered how to make healthier meals.
And I discovered how much I enjoyed them.
Becoming a caregiver is a learning experience for everyone. Find articles, tips, and tools from experts and others who have been in your place. The Caregiving Resource Center at aarp.org/caregiving.
Welcome back to Suncoast View. We're going to check in with Chef Bob Overholser from Gold Rush Barbecue. And I don't know if you've noticed that we have a visitor here in the studio, Bob, but I need you to remind us what we're cooking again in the kitchen.
Today we're making a lucky pork skillet dinner.
Pork? Oh no, we have a live pig here in the studio. I'm not sure he thinks he's so lucky anymore.
Oh, I think he knows he's lucky.
He knows he's lucky. All right, well, pigs are very special to Bob, so this is very appropriate. Let's meet Hamilton. Bobette?
Well, we first told you about Hamilton the pot-bellied pig last month when his owner started getting letters about him from their Venice Homeowners Association. Since then, he's become a social media star, and today we get to meet him and his mom, Kari. All right, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
How are you, Hamilton?
He's been making all kinds of noise.
He's very vocal.
Hi.
I was wondering if it was me making all the noise. But it's actually
It wasn't you this time.
Okay.
No.
So tell us what made you decide to get a pig.
It was just a random question in the car where someone said, hey, you know what kind of pet I think would be cool? A mini pig. And the children were in their car and they just kind of ran with it.
That's what kids do.
Yes.
They come up with these ideas.
Yes.
So how is it living with him?
He's super funny. He keeps us entertained. He's just like having a dog. He's kind of a funny cross between a dog and a cat. He's can use a litter box, but he prefers to go outside. He's a little aloof sometimes, but other times he's very snuggly.
He seems very attached to you. I mean, he definitely wants to be in your lap.
And you walk him like you walk the dogs.
Yes, yes. He walks on a leash just like the dogs do. He's more of a follower. He's not a leader.
Well, speaking of entertaining, I heard that he knows how to do tricks.
He does.
Oh, could you show us?
Sure.
Okay.
He's like, oh, I was all snuggled up.
I know, he was all
Ham.
Hamilton.
Oh, that's funny. You called him Ham.
I know. Hamilton, spin. 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 Good boy.
Yeah. Now he seems very fixed on the treat. Is he a pig? Does he like to eat?
Absolutely, absolutely.
He is treat driven. Tell us about like his tail wagging, his vocalization. What does all that mean?
So he does wag his tail just like a dog. So when he's happy, the tail is wagging.
He likes us then.
Yes.
Yeah. So, well, we like him too, but what do your friends and neighbors think?
All our friends and our neighbors love him. They actually stop by on a regular basis to come and see him and see how he's doing. Nobody's ever said that they don't like having him. They think it's very fun.
Except for your association, apparently.
Apparently our association seems to be having issues with Hamilton.
Well, and that has certainly happened other places in the country where there seems to be that gray area of a pig being considered a domestic pet or not. So if it makes you feel any better, I'm sure you know you are not alone.
Yes. Yeah, I believe it's within the past 10 or 15 years, they've certainly become a popular pet to have. So some of those homeowners associations, they had these rulings, no farm animals, which we absolutely agree with. We don't want farm animals in our homeowners area, but
He's a pet. He completely lives in our house. We live on a lake. We have no fenced-in yards. So
cute. And obviously he lays in the bed and snuggles in the blankets, but the vocalization is a riot.
I love the noises,
Yeah.
So what made you get him as a gift?
Well, since the kids were kind of running with it, we thought, well, we'll just go and look and see what they're like. And when we went, he pretty much chose us. And it was, as soon as they put him in our lap and he snuggled in, it was kind of over for us. Yeah. You want back up?
Oh, is that what it is?
I was going to say, is he asking to be held?
You want back up?
Oh my goodness, he is so
I'm so surprised about this because when you think pig, you really don't realize that how domesticated he is.
Yes.
I mean, there is no smell. He's so small,
No.
and then at the same time, he can be trained.
And you mentioned hypoallergenic. Tell us about that.
So pigs have hair. They don't have fur. So if you're allergic to a cat or dog, you would not be allergic to a pig.
Oh. Because it's hair, like, when you say hair, like human hair?
Like human hair,
coarse.
yes,
Very
it
coarse.
is. It feels a lot different than you think it would feel.
So what's the status of the disagreement with your association?
The lawyers are talking, and we're hoping that we'll actually come to a decision everyone's happy with soon.
And I guess to give background, your association doesn't want pot-bellied pigs in the neighborhood. Is that what it is?
The documents actually say that they don't want swine, equine, fowl, and then it says not regularly considered a common household pet. And that's where we thought we were fine. We had done our research, and Sarasota County again lists farm animals and swine, but it says with the exception of purebred miniature potbelly pigs. So we figured, okay, well, if he's the exception to the swine farm animal rule for them, then he's a pet. Then he's a common household pet.
All right. Well, if people are thinking about getting a pig, what should they do and where should they go?
Think very hard about it. It is a bit like having a naughty toddler for many years.
Oh, I have to know, what kind of little things does he do?
He's been pulling Christmas ornaments off the tree. They're totally food motivated, so, you know, if you're not, and they're very smart. They're like, I've heard they're as smart as a 3-year-old. So if you don't keep him entertained, he will start to act out.
He will entertain himself?
Yes,
Entertain
yes.
himself,
So,
huh?
yes, but we got him down in Arcadia at Island Miniatures, and she breeds miniature potbelly pigs.
Interesting.
And he has his own Facebook page, I heard.
He does. I was afraid that my friends would unfriend me with all the pig pictures because I'm a little obsessed with his cuteness. So when he was a baby, I created his own Facebook page, and that way they could decide if they wanted to see the pig pictures, they could look at them online, and if they didn't have to.
And
So it wouldn't have to be on your
If you
page.
like the pig, I encourage you to go to the Facebook page because I got obsessed with it yesterday because the pictures, the video, I mean, the things he does with your kids, you know, they're like studying as they lay on them. I mean, it's amazing.
All right, well, guys, if you want to see more of Hamilton, you can just check him out on his Facebook page. He has a lot of amazing photos there. Next, we're ringing in the new year with a sing-along with Beneva. We'll be right back.
Get breaking news alerts focused on the Suncoast. Download the ABC7 News app.
My name is Luke Perry, and I am 1 million strong. I'm in the fight against colorectal cancer because I believe we can win it. Colon and rectal cancers are the second leading cause of cancer deaths among men and women in the U.S. Colon cancer is preventable. Know the risk factors and make sure to get screened. There are simple, take-home options available. Take control of your health. Screening for colon cancer isn't embarrassing. It can be life-saving. To find out more about your options, visit fightcrc.org.
From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC7 News Update.
Good afternoon, I'm Jacqueline Matter. Here's what we're working on for 5 o'clock. Several fires near Venice businesses have sparked a larger investigation. A look at what detectives know so far. Plus, with 2018 just days away, several safety tips to keep your New Year's celebrations fun and safe. Now let's get a check on our first alert weather forecast with Steve Newman.
Jacqueline, we've been talking for a while about some big changes in the weather, and they are underfoot right now and about to move over so the next couple of days. Not a dramatic shift toward winter just just yet, but there is a hint that maybe a week from tomorrow morning we could get a really considerable chill. We'll be talking more about that later on our newscast in 5, 6, and at 7. But we had some early morning fog that could occur again and blow off during the afternoon hours, and the showers that we're seeing in the northern part of the state will stay there. Coming up on ABC 7 News at 5, we'll have the complete weather details.
Watch Good Morning Suncoast on ABC 7, weekdays starting at 5. Want the latest weather and traffic conditions wherever you go? Introducing ABC 7's revolutionary new First Alert weather app. With our state-of-the-art new weather app, you get up-to-the-minute weather alerts, interactive radar maps, current conditions, 10-day forecasts, real-time traffic maps, and weather video from ABC 7, all at your fingertips. And it's free. Just search Suncoast WX in the App Store and download onto all your devices today. Sponsored by Mr. Sparky.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
Listen to this important message. If you owe money to the IRS, you will want to hear this. Penalties and interest compound daily on your back taxes, putting you under a mountain of debt. Tax 10,000 has years of experience connecting people with tax resolution specialists. Working through the IRS Fresh Start program, they will handle all the necessary forms, and if you qualify, you may end up saving thousands of dollars. Call Tax 10,000 at 800-817-1064.
Well, singing and celebrating go hand in hand, especially for New Year's Eve. Now, my singing usually gives Stephanie a headache, and too much celebrating may give you one too. That's why Beneva is going to lead us in a sing-along that also gives us advice to help with a hangover.
Oh, yes, girl. Now, we've all dealt with hangovers before, right?
True.
Or maybe some of
Maybe.
them. Maybe not. No, so I looked up some fabulous hangover cures.
Okay.
So, this one is actually a preemptive hangover cure.
I like
so
that.
you don't get a hangover.
Okay.
What you do is you take a lemon, you rub it in your armpit of your drinking arm, the arm that you will drink out of.
Okay.
Yes. And apparently it works.
Oh.
Especially if you're drinking tequila.
Really?
Which reminds me of one of my favorite songs. Wasting away again in Margaritaville. Sing it with me. Searching for my lost sacred song. Some people claim that there's a woman or man to blame, but I know it's Babette's fault.
Always Babette's fault.
But yeah, so there's also another cure. This is the day after you're drinking, especially clear alcohol. Drink pickle juice. Straight from the jar, pickle juice.
Pickle juice.
Pickle juice.
Because of the salt?
Something about this brininess, the saltiness of it. And this also leads me to another one of my favorite songs. Rolling down the street, smoking Indo, sipping on gin and juice. Laid back with my mind on my money and my money on my mind. Rolling down the street, smoking Indo, sipping on gin and juice. Laid back with my mind on my money and my money on my mind.
I cannot believe you sung that.
Of course.
Little Snoop Dogg in the afternoon.
Snoop Dogg. Little Snoop Dogg.
Wow, I'm impressed.
I know, right? So the next thing people always say is hydrate, hydrate, hydrate.
Yes.
Right.
Like Pedialyte. Some people drink Coke, like just Coke.
It's the
Coca-Cola.
bubbles.
It's the bubbles.
Yeah, it's the bubbles.
Some people drink coffee, and then some people just drink a whole ton of water.
Yes.
Right.
Well, that leads me to one of my other favorite songs. It's time to come together. What's the next chord? It's up to you. What's your pleasure? Everyone around the world, come on! Yahoo! It's a celebration.
Oh, well done.
I know, right? Yahoo! Yes. So now have to flip my page, which is stuck to the piano.
All right.
All right, so this is another great hangover cure, Advil. 3 Advil, like more than you think you need. Like if you're a 1 Advil person, take 2. If you're a 2 Advil person, take 3.
Okay.
Yes. And this is another one of my favorite songs. I'm coming up, so you better get this party started. I'm coming up, I'm coming. You know the song? Coming up, so you better get this party started. All right.
I love these cures.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Next one is greasy food, like like
I've heard
something with a lot of like McDonald's, like awful, terrible food. No offense to McDonald's, love McDonald's, but you know McDonald's does make me because I'm happy. And if you feel like happiness ain't without a roof, something about a roof. I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy, clap along if you feel like happiness is what I do. I don't know. Because I'm happy.
We don't sound very happy.
We sound very happy. We just sound a little tipsy. That's okay. And then the final cure, and everyone knows this one, and that is to just drink more.
Hair of the dog.
Just start drinking again. The same thing. So this
Because your
leads me
body
to our
is
last.
craving it, so
Of
you
course,
just give it to
you
it,
just
right?
need to refill it.
Give the people
There's
what they
a certain
want.
amount of alcohol that needs to stay in your blood at any given time, or at least in mine. So raise your glass if you are loud in all the right ways, all my underdogs. We will never be anything but loud.
All right, well, you can see Maneva Fruitville on stage with Drag Queen Bingo at McCurdy's Comedy Theater in January. Watch their website for the details. And next, we're going to tell you about a work of art at Manatee Performing Arts. We'll be back.
If you're looking for the perfect trip that allows you to spend quality time with a family, then discover the great outdoors on an Alabama Black Belt adventure. Create unforgettable memories while hunting, fishing, or biking and hiking. Or play the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, now celebrating 25 years. And while you're here, enjoy the flavors of the Black Belt. Book your adventure at our lodges or stay in the Renaissance Montgomery Hotel and Spa. Start planning an Alabama Black Belt adventure today.
If you're between 50 and 85 years old, call the number on your screen right now for free information on how to save your family thousands of dollars. We're Family Love Plans, and we've been helping families just like yours for over 30 years. The average funeral today can cost up to $10,000 or more, but the most you'll get from government benefits is just $255. How will your family pay the difference? At Family Love Plans, we can help you and your family. Our senior plans start as low as just $1 a day and pay up to $30,000 for a funeral and other final expenses. Peace of mind is easy. There's no medical exam and your plan can't be canceled. Better still, your rate will never go up and your benefits will never go down. Get your free information about our senior plans. Just answer a few simple questions and receive approval right over the phone.
Call 1-800-707-3608. That's 1-800-707-3608.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get debt-free now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-685-6422, 800-685-6422.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
Serving part-time as a soldier in the Army National Guard can give you a head start on your career. Gain practical experience with technology and equipment to get an edge in the civilian world. Learn about the paid training and career opportunities available to you at nationalguard.com.
We love deals, and I've got a great deal to tell you about. This is a show, an exhibit of sorts at the Manatee Performing Arts Center. It's called Da Vinci and Michelangelo, and it is going on Thursday night, Friday night, with 2 shows on Saturday. And there is a special discount code that is BOGO for all 4 shows. So you can go with a friend for the price of one. It's an awe-inspiring journey through the Italian Renaissance as seen through the eyes of Da Vinci and Michelangelo. So a really cool theater performance, a multimedia event, BOGO for the weekend. Go to ManateePerformingArtsCenter.com. We are going to the kitchen with Gold Rush Barbecue. We're going to make a skillet dinner for New Year's Day.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
I was always worried and scared. Mom was in pain. She wasn't going to get any better, and all the trips to the ER were painful for all of us. Then we called Tidewell Hospice, and everything changed. Now she has care in our home when she needs it, surrounded by family. We know we don't have much time left with Mom, but we decided to make the best out of that time. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC 7 News Update.
Hello, I'm Jacqueline Matter. Here's what we're working on for 5 o'clock. A new rule for pharmacists and pharmacies starting the first of the year. How the new rule is expected to help the fight against the opioid epidemic. And taking a quick look at our first alert traffic, right now there are no major accidents to be on the lookout for. We are seeing slight delays, however, heading southbound on I-75 between the Bee Ridge and Fruitville Road exits. Now let's get a check on our first alert weather forecast with Steve.
A taste of winter ahead. Actually, it's going to get tastier like winter as we move through the next week. We should get by the weekend fairly nice, but there's some big changes coming in for New Year's Eve we'll be talking about later on in this newscast. We had some fog around earlier today, but you kind of see a northerly breeze that has set in. That's cooling us off, and that cooling trend will last right on through the weekend. The rain we're seeing up north will stay there, but there is rain in our forecast. I'll tell you when it'll get here coming up.
Get breaking news alerts focused on the Suncoast. Download the ABC 7 News app.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Looking for carpet? Look no further. Minnesota Flooring has Smart Strand carpet as low as $1.79 per square foot. Installed, no add-ons or extras. Unbelievable? Minnesota Flooring can have in-stock carpet installed in your home in 48 hours for as low as $1.99 per square foot. Don't miss these prices. Visit Minnesota Flooring today.
This is an important medical announcement. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to uncontrollable bleeding and even death. If you've been prescribed one of these drugs and have experienced these dangerous side effects, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that Pradaxa can cause more heart attacks than warfarin, and other countries have already issued safety warnings against this drug. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. The call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to Pradaxa victims, and thousands of Xarelto victims are filing their legal cases. Call the Drug Watch hotline if you or a loved one used Xarelto or Pradaxa and experienced uncontrollable bleeding, brain hemorrhage, or even death. You must call now.
Call 800-793-6055. 800-793-6055.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard serve to give back to their country and communities. Their part-time commitment qualifies them for an array of benefits, such as affordable health and life insurance benefits, education benefits, including tuition assistance, student loan repayment and GI Bill programs, a retirement plan based on part-time service, and VA home mortgages. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about all the benefits available in the Army National Guard.
So I kind of grew up all across the country. I come from 5 generations of military men. My dad is still active duty. My grandpa is retired Marines. I like going for runs with my dog. I love you know, taking her out to the dog beach over in Venice. There are so many things here to do on the Suncoast. My goal every day when I come into work at ABC7 is to tell your stories, give you that major local news and those details that you really care about. I'm Jacqueline Matter, and I'm here for you.
Coming up Friday at 4 on Suncoast View, we are celebrating the arrival of a new year. We'll start by picking the perfect party dress with a fashion show by Panache on Main Street. Then the Fun Money Mom joins us for easy do-it-yourself appetizers for the holiday weekend, plus fine wines every month with Michael Klauber, and Hyde Park Steakhouse joins us in the kitchen.
We're back in the kitchen with Chef Bob from Gold Rush Barbecue, and you are doing something very special for us today. Can you tell us about it?
That's right. Well, you know, we wake up on New Year's Day, we're tired, but we had to make a lucky dinner. So this is an all-included skillet lucky pork dinner. So let's get started. If you wouldn't mind, I'm going to have you start with cilantro.
Okay.
We're going to use it at the end. And you know, cilantro, I always used to think Mexican, but it's so good on just about anything. A little fresh salad, so don't forget cilantro. Start using it for other things. Now we're going to start with a nice pork sausage, smoked pork sausage.
Don't tell Hamilton.
Yeah. We want to get that browned up a little bit and then added to the pork. You know, the reason why we eat pork on New Year's Day is a pig is considered lucky, and a pig can only look straight ahead. It really can't look to the right or the left, and they never can really look backwards. So you have to think of that with New Year's. Look forward. Forget about that past.
I never knew that.
So a little bit of garlic in there, and then some onion to give it some nice flavor. And again, the sausage is basically cooked. We just have to brown it up a little bit. And you want to sweat the onion a little bit to get the flavor out of there, as we talked before. And with that, we're going to add
How hot is your pan?
Pardon me? It's about a medium heat. You just want to get it started, because we're going to finish it in the oven. And then collard greens. You can use collard greens. You can use turnip greens.
Collard greens.
I use the frozen ones because they're simple. You just want to make sure that you get all the water out of them and strain them.
Is that a lucky thing too?
Collard greens are lucky because they're thought of greenbacks, money.
Oh, all right.
And then, of course, we're going to seal the deal with some black-eyed peas.
That's traditional, right?
Get that going. That's right. You know, black-eyed peas have been considered lucky since the Civil War, and that's because the soldiers felt they were lucky to have something to eat at the end, and it was usually black-eyed peas were left in the pantry. Okay, so now we're getting those flavors all together. And because we like to get things spiced up for the new year, we're going to do a little hot sauce in there.
There we go. That's smelling so good.
So hot sauce to taste, your favorite one, doesn't matter. And then to blend all those flavors together, a little bit of chicken broth. We're going to put about 14 ounces in there.
I love that you don't
I know
measure.
it's 14 ounces. Okay, now we're going to let that simmer for about 10 minutes. And while that's simmering, Beth, we're going to make the topping, which is a surprise.
Okay.
Cornbread. So if you want to help me out, I'm going to start with this one. We're going to do a cup of cornmeal flour.
Okay.
And then you can add in that quarter cup of oil.
Okay.
And then some cheddar cheese. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
This egg?
And that egg, if you want to go ahead and break it, you can.
This
and then
is a
sugar,
phenomenal
a
way
little
to
bit of
start the new
sugar.
year.
And then my favorite, buttermilk.
So it seems pretty simple, too.
Yeah, it really is. You just put it together. And then stir it all up together.
Okay.
Okay, now, Linda, thank you. We're going to smooth that out a little bit. We've let it simmer for about 10 minutes. And then we're going to put the cornbread just
Really? Just like that?
on the edge of the skillet.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
And all those flavors are going to go into the cornbread.
That's right. Now this is going to go into our oven at 400 degrees.
What a cool
for
meal.
about 25 to 30 minutes.
Okay.
So we'll get that in there, but of course with the
Magic of TV, there's one already. I can't wait to try it.
That door for me?
Yeah, well, Bob, any oven-safe pan work for this? Because I know
really
you
will,
have
but,
great
you know,
cast iron.
You really could, but I just love cast iron.
I do too.
And it just gets that cornbread so crusty. Look how beautiful that is.
Wow.
And then Linda, you did such a great job on that cilantro. We're going to finish it off with just a little garnish.
All right, my job is to pass plates
ready to
over.
go.
Because we definitely want to taste.
Yes, yes. we'll get ahead on this good luck.
And how long did you say that bakes?
This is going to bake for about 25 to 30 minutes.
Okay.
And the great thing is you can even make it the day before because it heats up really well. Pardon my fingers.
Oh, perfect.
Okay.
So this looks like it could be a main dish or a side dish.
It really is considered a main dish. It's a
Wow.
skillet dinner, so you have everything. You have your meat, your veggie.
And just nice to have it all in one because, you know, we're probably going to be a little tired New Year's Day.
Absolutely.
And if we didn't follow Beneva's advice, we might not be feeling perky
Right.
enough to cook a big meal. So
And you have all your lucky right here.
exactly, all the lucky things right there where they're
Whatever your
supposed to
family
be.
tradition
My
is.
man, what are you doing over there?
That was your inside.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, here.
All right, well, we are getting a head start on celebrating the new year with a great skillet dinner from Gold Rush Barbecue. Of course, the recipe will be posted on our website so that you can make this for your family to start 2018 as well. Bob, great to have you. Thanks for the great meal as always.
Happy New Year.
Linda Larson, Happy New Year.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
Beneva Fruitfeld, best to you as well. We look forward to celebrating with everybody in the new year. Enjoy the rest of your day today. Take some time, enjoy the Suncoast Feel.